Greetings! Welcome to this week's edition of Drawing Stuff for RoboParents. And I have been absolutely hooked lately on the game Mugenics. Sounds terrible, but it's a really fun game. It's by same guy who did Binding of Isaac. It's like half tactical RPG and it's half like breeding sim. So you breed cats, you fight with the cats. And it's all to like this super jazzy soundtrack. And the songs are very catchy, so I'm going to play them throughout the stream. Hello everyone! Hello Mega Doomer. Hello Bricked Up Bully. That's how you pronounce your name. Hello Tiny Hempter Alistair. Yeah. Something I did recently, this morning, I mean. More remastered stuff. As you can see, whoa, 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 look at that. I'll ignore those two. Look at that. It is very weird how it, like, kind of smushes between this frame and this frame, but yeah, that's how it was in the original. Nothing I can do about that. But look at that. You got the crowd in proper widescreen. Love your Xeno strut animation. Thank you. Okay, so got these done. Now for shot 3, which is kind of a tricky one. This is the one where Gur's like, "Oh man, like, oh, what do I do?" So, yeah, let's just get right into it. I wish I knew what animation you were talking about. I've animated Xeno doing stuff. Much of it's on my website, but I think like the only one I could think of is like her walk cycle test. Oh my god, I'm in the wrong folder. That explains everything. So the animation reel video, what's enlisted? Oh! Yes! The animation reel. The thing that I send to, like, things that need a portfolio. Yeah. Oh, my animation demo. Sorry, I mean, my demo reel. I should update that. Like, if you do animations, you're supposed to, like, update it regularly to show, like, your latest and greatest stuff. I've been so occupied with this. Okay, so we gotta extract everyone here. So I want to know where everyone is. He simulates the comic on YouTube. Let me look right now. Oh yeah, by the way, we caught the animation errors in Bad Bad Rubber Piggy. We had a field day with that episode. Okay, there it is. There it is. Alright, let's see what we got here. Girl, I always wondered, where's your teeth? Oh dear God. Oh, that's an emote if I've ever seen one. Amazing. Beautiful. Thank you. And in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, there is an event going on there for the launch of Tangle and Whisper, comic exclusive characters, my beloved lesbians. So I might do a stream on my gaming channel after this, depending on how much energy I have. I'm not sure why I'm cutting this out so, like, specifically. Like, I just need to know where he is. Getting caught up in the details. It's a bad idea. By the way, on your website, I saw your Sonic the Hedgehog OC. It's amazing. Thank you. Which OC are you talking about? I got several of them. Is your race? Why does it matter? Like, oh, Evening! Yes, I'm very proud of Evening. She is very fun. For those of you who don't know Evening, she is basically my attempt at a more literal hedgehog black arms hybrid. Like, rather than being designed, it's just if you, oh yeah, I should also specify for context, if you don't know, in Sonic lore, the Black Arms are a race of aliens. Bunch of bad guy aliens. That's all I need to know about them. Shadow is half hedgehog, half Black Arms. That was gonna be typo C, that's gonna be Shadow's crush, but I got surprised. Yes! Okay, so the whole thing with Evening, which I'll show her so y'all know who I'm talking about, is that she's supposed to be like a subversion of, like, OCX canons. There she is. See? Evening. She's half hedgehog, half alien. She was designed by someone who's really obsessed with the Black Arms. They wanted to actually, I guess, like, repopulate them. So they created her and tried to set up her and Shadow in, like, a lab atrium setting, but Shadow's like, nah. Girl, you got more freedom than this. And she's like, oh, okay. And she learns, oh, wait. I don't just have to exist for this guy. Like, I can have my own life? That's crazy. And so she does. And she and Shadow just remain friends. Do you like hip-hop, Xeno? I don't listen to, like, a whole lot of hip-hop, but yeah, it's fun. I'm one of those people that listen to, like, any music genre, pretty much. My favorite is rock, actually. I love rock a lot. Okay, so we got, like, Guru in the middle, Zim over there, and then Dinky on the left. Hello, Elzabels! This will be your second drawing stream that you've attended. Though the first one was just in Discord because, I don't know, I didn't have the social battery for doing like a big public live stream when I was doing Remastered this morning. But now I do. I don't know, I like doing them at night. It feels cooler. And also, I get to do them knowing that I don't have a meeting in a few hours. Yeah. Though apparently Bryce really wanted to see me remastering. And I always forget that, oh yeah, people actually want to see that. Actually, I don't need to separate them. Curious, what do you use for your little VTuber model? I've mentioned it before in a previous episode, but there's a tutorial on YouTube for ToonTubers. And I've showed this to like a lot of people in the server. I'm glad I've been inspiring people to try out creating a ToonTuber. But I learned it from this video right here by Scott Falco. If you follow all the instructions here, and you have OBS, and you have this other program called Sammy, with Sammy spelled S-A-M-M-I, and you should be able to do it. And basically how it works is it's a bunch of GIFs that are synced to your microphone. So, like when you speak and when you peek, the mouth will move. And you also have an idle animation that plays whenever you're not speaking, in which case is usually a blinking, like Xeno blinks. Yes, Scott Falco. That's who will teach you. Okay, so we're doing the first background again, but pretty much like farther away. So let's throw that on the side. Okay. Want to pop in and say hello? Have a good night, Zeno. Have a good night, Elzabels. You have a good night as well. Alright, let's see. What do I get to talk about? It's favorite Invader Zim character. It's not a main character. Tak. She's actually my favorite character of the entire series, not just of the side characters. She has inspired a lot. So much. But if you want a character that's even lesser than Tak in terms of, like, screen time, then that honor actually goes to Sizzlor. I like Sizzlor so much. He is... like, when you actually think about him for, like, 5 minutes, he's way cooler than, like, the series presents him. It's because we're seeing Sizzlor from, like, mainly Zim's POV, but Zim is his prisoner and also, like, a Irkin public terrorist, so... yeah. But, like, Sizzlor's pretty nice to, like, his other employees. He's actually pretty chill if you're not a domestic terrorist. Tak is goated, yes! Anyways. Yeah, so here's, something funky. I went to Walmart recently. I know, how American of me, but I went to Walmart recently, and, annoying thing is that on some items, especially in the electronics section, they just straight up don't have price tags anymore. And I know why. It's because they change a lot, because we're living in a bad timeline with an AI bubble that has still yet to pop fully. So, unfortunately, we are stuck with the consequences, and the consequences include everything suddenly surging in price in the electronics department. Thankfully, I was able to get a micro SD. It's what I went there for, without too much of a hassle, but it was pretty annoying trying to look for, like, oh man, which one of these should I get? And at least, okay, not in the one I got had a price, but in the Nintendo section, a lot of things didn't have prices, and I'm like, why? No! Another update of my uncle's creation. A few days ago, he said he noticed it wasn't working, so he took it all down, and he's never doing it again! What was it supposed to do? But I've seen inside his room for the past 2 days, and he's remaking the whole thing on his bed. Oh dear God. Okay. Alright, what else recently? Gorillaz came out with a new album since my last stream, and in particular, I've been really into Orange County. That one's been super catchy to me. Man, I wish I could send my OCs in the YouTube chat. Aw, man. I mean, you can always, like, I guess you theoretically could post them on your channel. And then just be like, hey, Zeno, look at my channel. But yeah, it would be really cool if you could send images in the YouTube chat. Or at least have the option to, you know, not necessarily... Do you watch Hazbin Hotel? I've seen season 1, haven't seen season 2. let's see that perspective. This house is pretty big. It's also told Bryce about the uncle update during Minecraft stream saying Flame Ghost said that's his emotional support animal. Yeah. That's his emotional support animal. No matter how big this is, it's gonna look annoying. Also, I make no promises, but one of my goals is I'm gonna try to get as caught up with Swollen Eyeball as I can before the next one. Because I don't want to be, you know, surprise, surprise, I don't want to be super behind. But, life sometimes is a nightmare. Just get, like, the horizon line. Come on. Ugh. Photo of it. His emotional support animal. So, I have a question for you. How do you make your OCs stand out? When I post my OCs, they're hardly getting attention. People only seem to like the Zimmer I make. I don't know. Just... I never really posted my OCs with the goal of them getting, like, noticed, necessarily. I pretty much just make them for myself. And then, if people like them, I'm like, yay. And if people ignore them, I'm like, cool, I'll just keep writing my own fan fictions about them. So, no, just make them best you can. And sometimes they might land with people. It helps if you happen to also be a YouTuber. Yeah, most of my OCs don't get that much attention. They've only recently gotten a bit more eyes on them, but that's just because I know more artists now. At least artists that, like, I have actual interactions with beyond, wow, your art is cool, thanks, and then we just don't speak. That's how most art communities I've been in have been, and that's why Invader Zim Lost and Found, I think, is so different in terms of, like, community, because it actually feels like I know these people instead of us just being a bunch of strangers that happen to be on the same Discord server. It's pretty cool. Wait a minute. Yeah, god dang it. I'm supposed to keep that in. Ugh. Also for ZimOC specifically, I do want to say, huge piece of advice is just do whatever you want pretty much. I mean, it's an OC. It doesn't have to, like, there's a lot of people that insist that OCs, like, you have to make them as canon compliant as possible. No. The faster you learn to, like, let that go, the more fun you will have making OCs. Like, for example, like, take me. I decided one day I want to give Zim a mom, and I did. People have told me, Zeno, don't do that, that's not very canon, and I ignored them. And now I have one of my favorite OCs be. If you want to ship any OCs with canon, just do it. You want to make a total self-insert that is just wish fulfillment? Yeah, go for it. Like, be my guest. Anyone who tries to tell you that there's, like, a right way and a wrong way to make OCs is wrong. I mean, if you're trying to write as canon compliant as possible, there's definitely a wrong way to make new characters, but if you're just making an OC for the fun of making an OC, then you could just let go of, like, trying to obey canon, I guess. Good morning, Bryce. I think I'm very proud of my OCs, not gonna lie. That's very cool. Man, today, because I got bored, wondering if you could look at them and give me any tips. Sorry for breaking. Well, let me go ahead and look. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. News first picture and May second picture. This one's a demonic plushie. Grow based on strong emotions. May feels or the type of thing it eats. May's a regular schoolgirl that lives in the streets. That's really cool. That's awesome. I like them. Very original. I forgot, I have to do the second point in a 2-point perspective. Okay. No bitches, Zim said calmly. So I guess it's like that. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's the second point. Hello, Hexy. Hi, Sarah, and hi, Bryce. Want to make OCs? They're not as good. Well, I think you should make them anyway, because it's always fun when everyone, like, brings their ideas to life. Try not to compare yourself too hard to others. Especially me. I've been drawing for a long time, so if you're like, oh man, I'm not as good as Zeno, I'm 22 years old, and I've been drawing for a long time, and I've also been mentored, so I had to start somewhere. I wasn't born amazing. Well, no, I was, but you know what I mean. I wasn't born with a drawing stylus in my hand. Your teeth is crazy. It is. Name is Zeno. I'm 22 years old. If we ever do a time skip with Dim, I'm just saying, that would be a really funny line. My name's Dim Membrane. I'm 22 years old, he says, spine cracking. Yeah, it's just the... This looks kinda wonky, but whatever. I like the other corner of the kitchen. Oh, that's a weird angle. Something's wrong, I can feel it. You know what, Animate Mountain News? I'll make my own series featuring them. I would love to make a series of my OCs. Unfortunately, I don't have the patience or focus to be able to do that. Who knows? Things may change. Like a fisheye? I want to see how that looks. Nah. Nah, it just likes to look stupid. Maybe I'm gonna color it in. It won't look so bad. Oh yeah, I also gotta do these tiles. God dang it. Ah, that's why it looks so wrong. Because the horizon line would be there. And then you end up with this. End up with like that as your floor tiles. Why is he going to answer your question on why Michael's creation was then to do? It's supposed to make the picture quality better and the colors more vibrant. I see. If his creation came to life and put itself on his bed. So an hypothesis. It sounds like the plot of like a low tier FNAF book. You know what? I'll go with it. Why not? Have y'all read the MPreg FNAF book? I have not, and I'm glad that I haven't. God, okay, so for those of y'all who don't know, can't believe I have to explain this. There was a story, and okay, so Five Nights at Freddy's has several collections of short stories, and a lot of them are kind of weird. And the weirdest of them was one where guy gave birth to a little killer robot bunny. It's something. Nice there. Poster season community tab on your YouTube channel. Yes. Louisina platonically am gay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Honestly, the fact that it was a guy wasn't even, like, the worst part. To me, the worst part is just how, like, detail they put into it. Like, they actually try and make it accurate to, like a actual pregnancy rather than just running with the horror. Like they could have just ran with the body horror and maybe cooked something. Kind of like Alien, but instead, it's also like, okay, think about the Fazbear Frights books, which that's what the short story series is called. They're called Fazbear Frights. Is that they're usually sold at, like, you know, scholastic book fairs, usually aimed at children. So it's kind of wild to have a very graphic scene where a guy gives himself a C-section in your children's book. You know, like older children, but it's still absurd, I think. Wait, the other one is when the guy gives her to marinates. Marinates. He's still helping animatronic. No, it's look, the way it was done, don't think there was any that in a FNAF book, thank God. It was basically the guy got attacked in VR and somehow I guess that's what. Okay, so what happened, it opens the guy in question. The guy in question was a developer on a VR game. And then, like, he spends this VR game, like, tormenting said rabbit character. And then the rabbit goes missing. And that's when the symptoms start. So, you know, I don't know. That it's supposed to not make sense, I think. Am I making some cool? I mean... okay, God, Spective's so wonky, but... whatever. Let's see it in full, and then we could be like... and then we could decide, like, if it needs to be, trashed or not. Tell me, rap from the game, came out of the game, guy was playing, and the... yes, it did. Even Scott Cawthon himself was like, what was I thinking? 'Cause, like, why? Why? Why would you write that and then publish it in a children's book for money? Yay, that's a good looking UFO actually. To sort of switch topics, there's actually another plot in the books that always drives me crazy. So, so in the games, in the Five Nights at Freddy's games, Fazbear Entertainment is, as the name would imply, an entertainment company. They mainly do, restaurants, TV shows, toys, all that. And then, the books came along and decided, actually, you know what? We don't know what Fazbear Entertainment does. And, they have come up with some absolutely absurd, things that the company does, apparently. Including, one of my favorites for how stupid it is, Fazgoo. And don't worry, Fazgoo isn't, anything that would get me banned. It's this pink, slime substance that, for some reason, has the power to, if you put, your tooth in it, it'll grow like a clone of you. And there's, the story it's featured in, it takes place in, a science class for school. Because the kids of Fazgoo are sent for the kids to work with. And I'm just like, what? Why? How? Imagine, just for a second, you're in science class, And your assignment of the day is working with Chuck E. Cheese's special goo. Which it also happens to be like an unholy crime against nature. Yeah, I think this is gonna be... Yeah, I'm just gonna try and do the wallpaper. Wallpaper's never that consistent in the show either. I'll do my best. How old would Dib and Gaz be if they actually aged? Like in real time? Like IRL time, well, if we're saying Dib is 12 when the series premiered, and cartoon logic did not apply, so they age in real time. In that specific scenario, Dib would be... Dib would be 36 years old. Almost 37. Have you ever watched Star Wars, Xeno? I've seen the first two movies. Mainly watched them with friends who are, like, more into it than I am. But I think it's very cool. For a long time, actually, I was one of those people who is like, ew, Star Wars. I don't like it because it's popular. That tends to be a running theme in my, my adolescence. But eventually, I watched it. I did this crazy thing called watching it with subtitles. And that changed everything. And that was the moment where, like, I finally, like, got it. Where I was like, oh, this is pretty good. You know, it's not like a special interest, but I can actually say, you know what, I like Star Wars. Because, especially when you actually watch the original film, it's like, oh, they're a bunch of, oh, so that they're fighting space Nazis. That's actually very cool. And, very funny how, very ironic that there are people who are super into Star Wars who are also right-wing. Like, do you not have media literacy? Like, actually? So much watching is City Soul and so much better science education. Yeah. When I was a kid, I grew up with game theory, so I that's where that came from, is, like, me going, like, it's swollen eyeball theory, It's because, yeah, and also in a lot of fandom spaces, that's just what you use to refer to, like, an idea that's unconfirmed, is just, oh, that's my theory. If it's something you're actually arguing and not just a headcanon, you call it a theory, even if that's not, scientific. But, you know, swollen eyeball should have a bit more of a studious, like, lingo to it, so I'm like, yeah, sure. We'll call it a hypothesis. Make ourselves stand out, and also be better. All the UFOs. Oh, which first two? Oh my god, I should have specified. My first two I mean episode 4 and episode 5. Not the prequels. I've never seen those to this day. I know eventually I have to. I'm part of Gen Z who grew up with the prequels, so they are more into them than the older fans. Oh my god, no! The corners! No! They're not filled in! Ah, that's the annoying thing about the bucket tool. Is it'll be like, you know what? You got a sharp edge? Too bad. Oh my god, I did the kitchen tiles wrong! Ah! Okay. It would be blue on this side, yes. Invader! Oh, is this an Invader Zim reference? Reminder, by the way, if you tuned in later to the stream, I'm listening to the soundtrack to Mugenics because it's a very fun game with a very catchy soundtrack that I can't get out of my skull. You might need one line right here. Any drama with the Tamagotchis? Tamagotchis. Oh, you mean like the Miis? I haven't finished making all of them yet. And unfortunately, Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream is not out yet. Though, trust me, I am counting down the days, like, actually. I made a whole, like, thing for it. Oh, these lines are too sharp. No, I need to soften them. Ew. I don't think the subtitles and Invader Zim on Paramount Plus is canon. Oof. Thought these were so much. Oh no, you're good. I am so waiting for Tomodachi Life. I want the most drama-filled island possible. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to have like a layer of black behind this for all these like Not there. On your own layer. What? Why? Where's the blue coming from? Way up there. And why? Oh. That'll explain it. That will explain it. There we go. Let's have that underneath. In case of stray pixels. Love note Gur says, nightmare begins when Dib says, I know where you live now, because they talk at the same time. Well, you know, Bryce, we have the scripts now. I could just pull them up and check right here, right now, because we have that. So, let's go to the Zim script archive. Scripts, season 1. Nightmare. Final. That's right, we're cracking out the hidden lore. Right here, right now. What does Gur say? Okay, so we heard. Good work, Gur. Gur raises his arms to a little show of victory. Smoke trail leads straight to Zim's doorstep. Shadowy figure begins to emerge. There you are! Quick, get in the house, Gur! Hurry! And they run through. RoboParents roll out. Welcome home, son. Shuts the door. I know where you live now. There is no Gur line here. I guess it is ADR. That was not a script thing. She's subtitles for her own projects as well. Oh, that'd be so cool. I do know, unfortunately, YouTube's being super annoying with, like, submitting your own subtitles right now, because they are really desperate, to, like, get you to use, their AI subtitles. You wanna know why? It's so that they can scrape your video data and just take all of it. Sap it right out. What is Dib saying bad or Piggy when he's mumbling after the oxygen tank injury spawns? Let's take a look. Okay, so when he's mumbling after the oxygen tank injury spawns, so that would be so Of course they drew her pregnant. They draw everyone pregnant. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bryce had to point this out to me because I always miss this. Yeah, so Dib holds up a small video camera. Whatever. I'm gonna go sneak up past those giant gnomes and the scene shifts again. Now Dib has a large respiration device strapped to his back, with tubes leading into his neck. The camera has changed to a piece of paper. Can't leave a nasty note on this door. Yes, I've always had these tubes in my neck. Yeah, we pointed out in the episode, that part of the joke is that somehow the events of Dib's life changing leads leads him from sneaking past the giant gnomes in an invisibility cloak to just leaving a nasty note on Zim's door. YouTube subtitles say, in my methnapsia, yeah. Because it's YouTube subtitles, they don't have the script. Let's see, anyone have any other questions on what characters say? I do know I have one with Tact Hideous New Girl, where I'm pretty sure Gur's like, you're not, like, well, it's when he's like, you're not dirt. And, like, I always see it written as, child, you're not dirt. But I genuinely don't know. Okay, so it's like... What the... Wait, what? 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 Huh? Hold up. Okay, hold up. Interior's Hall's Command Center. A bruised Zim is on the screen talking. He Talus sit, watch him emotionless. Strings are attached to their bodies. My Tullus, please excuse my appearance. I mean no disrespect. Anew in his lab, as Zim is making his report, Gur sits behind him watching Battlefield. Is that what he was doing? This whole time? Am I stupid? Without you, I am dirt. Dirt. No, you're not dirt. I get that. Oh, they added Zim's be quiet later. You know, do you really not know Bloody Gur isn't bad or piggy because he said we'll see. Look, Bryce, the last time the wiki promised me Bloody Gur, it was a lie, okay? I know Zim isn't in the Epstein files. True! Because Zim may be doing a lot of evil things, but, hurting children in that way is definitely not part of it. He would never. He would skin them alive and then feed their brains to his robot. Final episode, there's nothing on the TV. Yeah! Like, Kurt's reacting to nothing! You're telling me there was supposed to be... He was talking about a batter. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Now I'm curious. Do they have, like, the Ham Demon fight in Fuller? Because, like, I know in the... I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Hurt children a different way, exactly. A way that's less traumatizing. Hello, cat. Orchids. Exterior slash interior. Something vague informing day slash night. Wait, hold up. Yeah, let me read this in its entirety. Miss Bitters, I read that long ago people used to give out cards and candy on Valentine's Day. How did the whole meat thing get started? You don't want to know. Dib scrunches his face, not satisfied with the answer. I had a Valentine once. I remember it as though we start the flashback to whatever the fuck. We can barely make out Bitter standing next to something possibly out of an H.P. Lovecraft novel. But then an alarm sounds. We're yanked out of the flashback. Oh, Miss Bitters. My queen. Yeah, this is when Tack joins. His scripts like getting high 3 a.m. So I know things are different in the Tack script, but I want to see exactly how different. Because now we can let's straight up look at the details. No, it's just Ian and Valentine once it cut to the alarm. Not gonna lie, it's honestly funnier that way. It's just Ian and Valentine once gets cut off immediately. Yes, all same. Okay. Montage to some kickin' tunes, yo. Remind me to never feel bad about how unprofessional my script sounds sometimes. Various scenes of Zim following Tak around. She always does something horrible to him. Zim gets more and more damage like this montage goes on. Okay, so they don't even specify what happens. Okay, good to know. Ends attack them and try beans on Zim. Zim ignites. "50 years ago, an Urkin military training planet Devastus." Oh, by the way, in the original premise, here's something crazy. Tak was originally, okay, so the incident on Devastus was originally 10 years ago, and then at some point between the premise and the final script, it was changed to 10 years ago. Sorry, it was changed to 50 years ago, from 10 years ago. I wonder what made them change their minds. I do know Jonan likes making the Urkins sound like as old as he can. So, that's probably why. Fucking Zim's lines here. Scriptmakers must have been on something making these because this is gold. Yeah. Jonan is amazing. Scripts. Oh! They don't have a full scene with the hand demon. I guess... This is an old, draft is this? Doesn't say. This is the oldest draft we do have. There's nothing there. Interesting, interesting. Interesting that they have Mimi in all caps at all times. I'm so used to stylizing it like capitalize, capital, lowercase, capital, lowercase. Space me. Wait, I want to see what they have scripted for, like, Gaz and Gur. Gaz looks strange as she gets it, she dances. She looks around. Attacks her and it sits up at attention. Sir/Gur. Suddenly the Sir starts singing in Gur's voice. Sir begins dancing around wildly. Gaz dances on the floor. Gaz does a nightmarishly strained version of a dance. She looks like murder. The Sir begins to bump into controls. So ship spins out of control. Zim gains dinner. Tax. Okay, this is slightly different. Okay. Okay. Where McDonald's makes the food from napkins because they couldn't use space meat. They totally do. Alright, yeah. New script. That's interesting. So I guess the part where, like, Mimi, like, smooshes Tack's cheeks and then gives her a little kissy, that was looks to be the storyboard artist's idea. Interesting. Yeah. You should have heard the lies she told about you. Interesting. Alien appears at McDonald's. I would be surprised. Me? Neither. Okay, I gotta have, like, more stuff on this wall. For now, I'll just color it in. I don't know, we're getting somewhere? Question mark? That means Gur kissed Gaz, and I guess they don't want that. Well, that's what is in the final episode, so by God, it made it in. I don't know, he's just a puppy. You ever been kissed by a puppy before? It's like that. People take it, anything that they could interpret as romantic so seriously. I remember when I first got into Invader Zim, and like it was like a quote-unquote well-known fact that like Gur has like a crush on Gaz, and I'm like, Gur's just a silly little guy. He's just really enthusiastic to everyone. He's like a dog. Okay, I have to fill that with details. And I think it's a good place to pause. So Mickey would have hated that. Hey, I don't know. You know what? Let me try and show y'all what I'm talking about, actually. Because, fun fact about the wiki, they have pages, specifically for character, relationships. Let's look at the one for Gur and Gaz. Gaz and Gur's relationship. Okay. Alright. The relationship between Gaz and Gur is somewhat similar to Gaz's relationship with Zim in that she hardly has any interaction with the insane Sir unit out of hate with any physical contact with just about anyone. Their limited interaction, however, is quite predictable and somewhat different, in that Gur seems to be infatuated with Gaz, but she has little tolerance for him, which surprisingly Gur seems to understand, as hinted in Bodhi's Pizza Hawk. Unlike anyone else, she actually gives a warning, rather than any type of physical or verbal abuse, probably because she knows that Gur is too stupid to understand the full extent of the harm she could give his way. During Tak the Hideous New Girl, they interacted again, but only because there was no video games in Zim's base, and was forced to team up with the malfunctioning Sir unit to help save the Earth. Amazingly, Gur was able to make Gaz dance, and even went as far as to give her a kiss, much to her disgust. In their final interaction, the voting of the doom, she ate the salted nut straight from his head, making it seem like she was eating his brain, which Gur didn't seem to notice or mind. Then you got some comic stuff. Fox and Whom, the Invaders Zim fandom seems to strongly dislike this pairing due to the age gap. Even though Gur doesn't have an age, it is one of the more unpopular ships in the fandom. Instead, in most Zaga fan fictions, Gaz's relationship with Gur is more akin to that of a queen/empress with a servant, with him often calling her mistress in the same way he calls Zim master. How fancy, how elegant. Y'all see what I mean? The Zim wiki is very funny. Yeah, I think that gets my point across. Also, holy moly, look at the comparison between like season 1 Gaz and season 2 Gaz. Oh my god. Them angles. That's kind of ironic. So Dinky should be chewing on something semi-indestructible in this shot, because he's semi-still. Oh, I just imagine Dinky like shaking uncontrollably, like something like that. Just like a ball of energy that cannot be contained, like constantly shaking on the left here. Yeah, I could draw something probably like some sort of furniture in Dinky's mouth. Maybe occasionally like giving it a shake with their head. Alright. Oh my god. I didn't have Clip Studio on that time. Okay, let me show y'all what I was actually trying to show. So we have Dinky, and they're just like, "Arr, arr, arr," like constantly like shaking, like almost like a chihuahua. Y'all ever seen a chihuahua? They just like pent up full of energy. I imagine Dinky's the same way. Alright. And with that, I wish you all a very good night. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, everyone.